Hey guys, welcome back to Phonics. Today we're going to be reviewing adding suffixes to root words. So I have three root words here. I have drag, step, and trade. Now remember, whenever there's one vowel in the word and it's a short vowel, then you would double the consonant before adding the suffixes. And then when it ends in an e, you drop the e before adding the suffixes. So we're going to do that here. Got my pink marker. Okay, so drag, short vowel, ends in a consonant, so we're going to double the consonant before adding the ing. Drag becomes dragging. And we're going to do the same thing when we add the ed. So it becomes dragged. Make sure you guys can see the whole word. These kind of cut off. Okay, dragged. Same thing with step. E is a short vowel. Well, in the word step is a short vowel. So we're going to double the consonant for step as well, so it becomes stepping. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing when we add the ed. We're going to double the consonant. I have stepped on a thorn walking barefoot before. It's not fun, but I still prefer to walk barefoot. Okay, so trade ends in an e. I'm going to drop the e before adding the suffix ing. Trade becomes trading. Okay, once again, dropping the e before adding the ed. So trade becomes traded. Just like that. So next I'm going to read some sentences, and for these first set of sentences, I want you guys to identify whether or not it is a complete sentence or an incomplete sentence. Remember, an incomplete sentence is just a phrase, it's just a group of words, okay? So if it is a complete sentence, I want you to stand. That means it's correct. If it is not a complete sentence, it's just a group of words and it doesn't make any sense, I want you to remain seated. Now, everybody, please participate. I can't see you, but God can see you, so make sure you're pleasing God, because He can see you whether or not you're participating. Okay, the first sentence or group of words, whichever, is because it was dark. Because it was dark. That's incomplete, so hopefully you are still seated. It doesn't make any sense. What about because it was dark? Because it was dark doesn't make any sense. The next sentence or group of words is, we used a flashlight to walk back to camp. We used a flashlight to walk back to camp. You should be standing. That is a complete sentence. Okay? We have a subject and verb. We have a whole lot of words in there. Subject and verb. You need a subject and a verb in all sentences that make sense, that are complete and make sense. The next sentence or group of words is, so many beautiful bright stars. So many beautiful bright stars. You should be seated, because what about the so many beautiful bright stars? There's no subject and there's no verb. There's no word showing action in that sentence. It's incomplete. The next sentence or group of words, the path to our tent was blocked by a skunk. The path to our tent was blocked by a skunk. Would not be a very interesting, wouldn't be a very interesting scenario to be in, I'm sure. You should be standing. It is complete. Very descriptive. It has a subject and a verb. The word showing action. Turned around quietly and found a different way. This is the next sentence or group of words. Turned around quietly and found a different way. Now, this is incomplete. It does have a verb. It has a word showing action, turned. However, it doesn't have a subject. Who is the one who turned around quietly and found a different way? We don't know who. It doesn't say. So it's incomplete. You should be seated, or you should be sitting. The next group of sentences I'm going to write is, we're going to do what we usually do whenever I ask you to tell me if it's an Interrogative, exclamatory, just lost my train of thought. Interrogative, exclamatory, declarative, and imperative. You're going to give me the appropriate punctuation that goes with it. Like for interrogative, you would give me a question mark. For exclamatory, you give me an exclamation point. For declarative, you would give me a period. And for imperative, you would give me either a period or an exclamation point. Okay, so the first sentence. Have you finished packing your camping gear? Have you finished packing your camping gear? You should give me a question mark because it's an interrogative sentence. Okay? Next sentence. Dad needs help loading the camper. Dad needs help loading the camper. Period. It's stating something. So it's a declarative sentence. Carry this sleeping bag for your sister. Carry this sleeping bag for your sister. This is probably mom or dad telling the child to do that, and it's imperative. It's a command. So you can give me either a period or an exclamation point. I take either one. Though I think in this instance, a period is probably better. I don't think for no reason your parent would be like, carry this bag for your sleeping sister. Sorry, I got the words mixed up. Carry this sleeping bag for your sister. I don't think your parents would yell at you just to carry a bag for your sister, unless you were being reluctant to. I hope you obey your parents. Anyways, the next one is, I can't find my flashlight anywhere. I can't find my flashlight anywhere. Exclamation point, so you sudden a strong feeling. So exclamation point means it's an exclamatory sentence. Next sentence. Do you think we will leave soon? Do you think we will leave soon? It's asking a question, so it's an interrogative sentence. Give me a question mark. I can't wait to go. I can't wait to go. It's exclamatory sentence, showing strong feeling, exclamation point. And the last group of sentences, I want you guys to identify I want you guys to identify whether or not the words in the sentence were used correctly. Basically, it's subject-verb agreement. When the subject is plural, the verb needs to be plural. When the subject is singular, the verb needs to be singular, okay? Remember, usually, most of the time, when a verb ends in S, that means it's singular. And when a subject ends in S, it's plural. It's kind of backwards there. Anyways, first sentence, Jacob and Ashley unpacks the van. Jacob and Ashley unpacks the van. You should be seated because it's incorrect. Unpacks in this instance it's supposed to be a plural. It's supposed to be plural because we're talking about Jacob and Ashley. That's two people. So it should be Jacob and Ashley unpack the van. Mom begins dinner while we helps Dad. Mom begins dinner while we helps Dad. You should be seated because we is plural. We helps is not correct. It should be we help Dad. The verb should be plural. Mom begins dinner while we help Dad. The next sentence, Emily studies the camp map. Emily studies the camp map. You should be standing. This is correct. Emily is one person and she's the one doing the studying, so Emily studies the camp map is correct. Jacob finds some sticks for the fire. Jacob finds some sticks for the fire. You should be seated because it is supposed to be Jacob finds some sticks for the fire. One person doing something, so it should be finds. Remember, when a verb ends in S, it's singular. Our family loved camping. Our family loved camping. You should be seated still because family is, though it is talking about a group of people, the word family is singular because it's one family. One family, two families, three families. It's one family. So we should be, our family loves camping. Okay, so you guys can go ahead and take a break and come back for today's video where we're going to be going a little bit more into dictionary and how it should be used properly. Bye.